Hey, what up, real clipaholic? How many dynasties do I play at once? I always have one. One on each game that I play. And thank you for joining. Just trying to get everything started before we go. All the links sent out. Post it there, and then post it here. In the national championship in today's episode. Hopefully it's not lagging for you guys. It's lagging kind of bad on my end. If it is, please let me know. Because my internet has been kind of spotty the past couple of days. I'll be in the middle of a game and it like kicks me out. So hopefully it's okay. But yeah, we have our national championship. Yeah, if it's being laggy, please let me know. Between the Trojans and the Tigers, here's how we got to this point. Obviously, we were not in the bracket, but we have a 5 versus 10 seed matchup between Clemson and USC. Clemson beat Colorado in the first round, Nebraska in the quarterfinal, and then Texas in the semifinal in the Orange Bowl, while for the Trojans, it was Louisville in the first round, on the road, by the way, and then they beat Alabama in the Peach Bowl, my favorite to win it all, and then Georgia doubling them up in the Cotton Bowl. So to get to this point, Clemson did win the ACC as well, by the way, but this should be a pretty good matchup between these two teams. We'll, of course, watch it like we usually do and figure out, yeah, offline warning. See, like, I won't let me connect online. It's been weird, but nonetheless, we'll go through for each team and watch it unfold. Put them in their all oranges, and then we'll have them in their usual whites. And we'll get into it. Hope you guys are doing all right today. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday afternoon, right before the holidays. So we are here at the Caesars Superdome. We played our bowl game this exact same stadium, funny enough. So didn't have to travel far to watch today's game. As Clemson comes in, obviously, for personal reasons, I hope that they lose. Considering I'm a University of South Carolina graduate, I cannot stand the Tigers, so I guess I'm cheering for the other USC in today's game, the USC Trojans. In my opinion, I think the Trojans actually have a slightly better team in this game. But between the 3 years that we've done this dynasty thus far, I do think this is the best matchup. Year 1, we had Miami and Penn State, which looked like a good game. Year 2, we had Florida and Duke. And now we have USC and Clemson. We'll go ahead and slow sim this one, and let's get into it. Looks like it will be Clemson who starts off with the football. And we are underway here in the Caesars Superdome for the 2028 College Football Playoff National Championship. Can't stand that man right there. Here's how both teams stack up. It should be a very high offense game, by the way these two teams look statistically wise. So let's see if Clemson can get off to a hot start. They go play fake, first down, throw, quick hitter. Nice hit by number 30 and the second level of that Trojan defense. They get a 6 now. The flag as Vizina's pass is swatted to the ground. They're going to get a holding call. He's actually hurt on the play. It's going to be the center, Chapman Pendergrass, the senior, for that squad. So second and 16-hour run. This is Hollywood Smothers, the second team All-ECC halfback, is now after a holding call. Pendergrass is actually hurt on the next play. Now it's quickly 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Vizina in the pocket, looks to scramble, but he's sacked from behind. Ace Kafusi brings him down for his 5th sack of the season. BYU transfer forces the 3-and-outs for the Tigers, and that could be a big deal. With a good punt here, USC will start at the Clemson 47 for their offense led by the redshirt junior at quarterback DeMond Williams Jr., who come over from Washington in the offseason. And, well, he has tried to set himself up and maybe even successfully to be the #1 pick in this upcoming draft. Quick hitter, throw, and this is why he's just got so many weapons outside. That is number 18, Kentrell Catula, the former 5-star from Paris, California, for the 9-yard grab. Now it's a handoff to Zay Wilbon, the impact first team all Big Ten running back, who's got 7 yards on the first carry, and this is USC's explosive offense on display. Now a quick hitter, but Clemson reads this one. It's going to be a nice tackle on the outside by Gerard Parrish. Now a keeper for Williams, and he will get hit. Doesn't bother to slide. Picks up 3, and it's now 3rd and 7. What can the Washington Husky transfer do here on 3rd down? Looks to throw across the middle. Has a man, but it's dropped. Another hit. Gerard Parrish again, the 4-star freshman from Sarasota, Florida. Got 107 tackles this season. Forces the drop, but the Trojans will kick the 3, and it is good. And Everett Boyette has the Trojans up 3-0. All right, so the second drive for Clemson will start at their own 17. Hand off, and this one will get 5. There's Michael Allen with his second grab, or second carry, that is. Allen's a really interesting case. He had a backup year for the Tigers this year, 7 touchdowns, which isn't bad, but last year, as here's a grab for Allen out of the backfield, a nice juke move. Last year he played for Liberty and he had 16 touchdowns, and the year before he played for Marshall and had 13 touchdowns. So the man can find the end zone. Second and 6, play fake Vizina, and they're not on the same page there. I'm an incomplete, and it's another 3rd down for the Tigers. Third and 6, a deep ball, 1-on-1, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by Treston Castro. That's another Clemson punt. Second and 13 now for the Trojans. Williams across the middle, incomplete again. That one was a little behind the receiver. Now it's a third down. Heavy blitz, and Williams gets hit by the free rusher, put down for a sack. Nice blitz call by the Tigers. That forces the first punt for the Trojans here this afternoon. Or this evening, I should say. Booming punt, though. First and 10, Vizina out and incomplete. Knocked away. Second 10, Allen gets a carry and is completely snuffed in the backfield. That was Desmond Stevens who had the deflection and now the tackle. Senior Mike linebacker. And now it's a third and 13. Zena, and that one is caught. What a grab. Outside, that is Daryl Kendricks, the freshman 4-star from Carrollton, Georgia. With over 1,000 yards this year in the air. And one thing you'll notice about Clemson, this team is very young. A lot of freshmen on both sides of the ball. And it's crazy they've already made the national championship this year. Oh, that one right through the hands. A good punt. Nice return here as he gets it out to the 25, or the Trojans will set up shop. It's going to be, I thought it was a throw outside. Thought that was going to be a give, but instead it's a throw to the tight end. Gain of 4. Wow, they didn't get it on third down. Huge stop. And the Trojans will punt. It's been a defensive game thus far, surprisingly enough. Well, that was a nice throw and catch. That is Johnny Folkerts, who's had quite a few catches already today. Folkerts, the freshman, 4-star from Atlanta, Georgia, had a record season for the Tigers this year. 1,687 yards. That is a school record for a wide receiver in a Tiger uniform. One of 3 freshman wide receivers who lines up outside. Deep ball here, third down, one-on-one. No, they can't bring it in. Really, it's only 3-0 right now. There's a nice run for Wilbon. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Trojans lead 3-0 through one frame of play. As you can see, both offenses only 25 yards for the Trojans, only 50 for Clemson. It's USC who has the points. First and 10, nice throw. Quick gain of 9. That's Xavier Jordan, the other impact receiver for the Trojans. You can see just a lot of stars on that offense, specifically the skill possessions. And here goes Wilbon, first all Big Ten halfback. Started his career at the University of Miami just a couple of years ago. Was on that team, actually, that was in the national championship back in year number 1 of this dynasty. So he does bring that pedigree here, as that one's incomplete. Now Williams takes off with it himself. No, he actually doesn't. Actually, he's going to run. This is actually not Demond Williams. Actually, it might be. Oh, it is Demond Williams. I don't know why I wrote number 12 in my notes. He's number 2. This is probably the best drive we've seen today out of either team. Only 7 first downs in this contest. Well, it ends up in a field goal attempt. Pick this up. Kick is good. 6-0 is your score. Just 2 field goals, and it's been by the Trojan side. Hand off here for Allen. Seen a lot of Allen today, surprisingly enough. Usually we see the other halfback. A lot of time, all day to throw as Vizina, and he still can't find the open man. This defense for the Trojans has played really well today. Third and 6. Vizina wants to get it with his legs. He should tuck it and run it. He just ran out of bounds. Okay. That was strange. And then he tried to throw it. Okay, well, it's Trojan ball, I guess. Trojans just look like the better team. Demond Williams got 50 yards passing already today. A handoff. Big run here outside for Wilbon, but it's not going to count. Holding call. He's going to bring it back. John Conrad, the right tackle. Third and 5 handoff. Nope. Wow, I'm surprised they ran it there. Unless it's 4 down territory, but apparently it's not. Maybe they're expecting to get a couple more yards there. What a punt, though. Goes out of bounds at the 5. So Clemson backed up a little bit. Handoff. It's Allen. He gets about 7. Play fake on second down. Vizina this time does tuck in and run it. Likes the contact. Picks up 8. That was a big hole. Nice run by Allen. Did not get the first, though. I think he should have tried to power through there. If he would have, I think he would have got the first. And now you got to play with 3rd and inches, and it's big package versus big package. QB sneak does get it. So, won't matter in the end. Got a speed option here on first down. We try that all the time, and we never have success with it. I'm glad they got 3. As Allen's got 10 carries, 35 yards here today. They've leaned a lot more on him. They also have Hollywood Smothers in the backfield. We haven't really seen him today. 2nd and 7, Vizina floats it out there. It's going to be a gain of 3. It'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Still no touchdowns in this game. I thought this one would be a shootout. Ooh, I like the attempt at a move there. So now we'll see what the Trojans can do with the 2-minute drill. And they get the football at the half. So this could get dangerous for Clemson, despite the fact they've only held them to 6 points right now. Quick hitter. Finds Jordan. Has 1,200 yards on the season. Does the junior. 2nd and 4. Nice floater in the middle of the field. Jordan Bridgewater. And the UCF transfer adds it out to about midfield. And we'll see a timeout call by the Trojans. Bridgewater also set a team record this year. 19 touchdowns. That is a team record. And Williams has 5,400 yards. That's also a team record. And he might have 5,500 here. Off the screen. This one's going the distance. 53 yards. To Vandrevius Jacobs, the South Carolina transfer. And the Trojans take a 13-0 lead, pending this extra point, of course. A huge play there, the first touchdown for either team. And now Clemson has a minute to try to do something with it before the Trojans get the football back. Oh, screen. Rushing from behind, Vizina steps up. Nice throw. 5 catches, 31 yards for Folkerts here today. Just adding on to that total. He's up over 1,700 officially now. 2nd and 2. Vizina steps up, and nice spy. And he gets the first down. That'll momentarily stop the clock. They have no timeouts, so that's big to get a first down. First and 10 up the seam. He had a man, but he overthrew him. Not a good throw by Vizina. Second and 10 now. Stepping up, and here comes a blitz. He just kind of tumbles to the ground. He should have thrown that one away, because now the clock is going to run. 15 seconds now. Vizina to throw. Again, just tries to buy time. He just runs out of bounds. Like, I don't know what he's doing on those plays. Alright, looks like the Trojans will take a knee, which will take us to the first half. USC leads it 13-0. Dominated this game. Trojans are now 1/2 away from winning their first national title in 23 years. Back to that Matt Leinart team, the Reggie Bush days. The Tigers are trying to win their first in 9. They got some work to do, including trying to just get points. Second half football underway here. We just had a great halftime performance. Couldn't tell you who, but somebody did a good job, I guess. As we'll see how the Trojans deal with the football here as they bring this one to the 30 or 25, and there's a flag down. So it looks like he'll be actually starting a little bit backwards. Holding on Joey Farrer on special teams. First and 10 handoff, and he'll get 1. Ramon Williams this year, or this game, 128 yards and a touchdown. A lot of those came on that big 53-yard score. Jacobs in the first half. It was on 3rd and 8. That one's caught. Great catch by Kentrell Katula, the sophomore again. He has now over 120 receptions on the season. Now he's got another one here for a gain of 4. Second and 6, Williams. Plenty of time. Now just tucks it and runs, dives for a gain of 3. That one's incomplete. All right. Clemson gonna get the football. Big punt forced. Well, the Trojans already get the football back. Looked away for 1 second. Now it's already Trojan football. And they quickly hit this a 3rd and 10 now. And they will get it. A nice spin move by Wilbon to pick up the yardage. Nice play. First down and complete. Get 5 on the outside. Good job getting the foot down. Flag. It's going to be a delay of game. It's not going to help. So 3rd and 10, and it's a misfire. Second and 6. Nice keeper by Vizina. But can they just get a drive together? Nice first down grab, and Clemson crosses midfield. And they get something going on this drive. They need it. They need it bigly. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper for game 2. Second and 8, deep ball. This hasn't worked out today, and it's not going to. They keep trying to test Castro at the impact corner, and it just does not work. They need to do something else. 3rd and 8. Vizina has to move outside the pocket, and he's sacked. Gerald Kershaw, the UTEP transfer, and first all Big Ten linebacker with his 5th sack of the season. And Clemson will punt again. Still not finding a point. But a punt here. Oh, it just rolls in the end zone. That would have taken 1 bounce to the left. That would have been great. Unfortunately, this play will not count. Holding call back this one up. Moses Stoneburner, the center, the true sophomore. First and 20 now. Still no score here in the second half. Both defenses just continue to go back and forth. Here's a nice throw, a nice catch. The little play by the tight end Walter Matthews to get a few extra yards after the catch. Gets the penalty yardage back. Matthews quick hitter. Caught. 3 more. More manageable 3rd and 6 now. Stepping up as Williams throws across the middle, has a man wide open. That's caught to Xavier Jordan. He's been busy today. He's been the leading receiver for this Trojan squad. He's got over 100 receptions on the season. He is now at the 22. It's a swing pass to Wilbon. He gains 1 as there's an injured Trojan down on the turf. Second and 10 now. Williams drops back. Throws short. Caught on the screen. And 2. It's a big 3rd down. Williams steps up, fires across the middle. First down. Goal to go for the Trojans. Finally, we have a goal to go chance. We haven't had one all game. It's USC with the first. It's not what you want to see if you're a Clemson fan. That's what I want to see as a Gamecock fan, though. They swing it out wide, and Bridgewater will not get there. There's a couple injured Tigers on the ground. There's actually like 3 players hurt on that play. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Comes a blitz. They back off. The back of the end zone a little too high. I like the idea. Tried to hit Jacobs in the back of the end zone. Just hit him a little too high. But he was open. It's now 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to throw forward again. Williams in the pocket. Fires. And again he misses his man. He had Katula. Just could not connect. Now they will take the 3. Kick is up. Kick is good. 16-0 now. It's still a 2-score lead. But Clemson is getting farther and farther behind. And it doesn't matter if it's a 2-score game if you can't even put a single point on the board. Nice return there. Gets out to 27. Clemson's offense. Absolutely quiet today. Did not think that'd be the case. Start with a run, and this will be a gain of about 7. There's Hollywood Smothers. Finally getting some action now. Started his career at NC State. Now finds himself at Clemson and had 1,100 yards this year. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 16-0 your score. The Trojans just 1 quarter away from capturing their first title since 2004. As you can see the stat numbers for both teams. If you would have told me at the beginning of this game that the Trojans would have 16 points, I would have thought they were losing. But they are winning in pretty dominant fashion. Because Clemson has 0 points. Wide open in the flat. Nice grab. Nice throw. Nice catch. First down. Approaching midfield now. New set of downs. Bring a man in motion. Vizina throws it across the middle. Nice sliding grab. That one's caught. Can't really get an idea of who caught that one. Taking a 6-3 man rush. That one into heavy traffic. A shot licked on Kendricks. Who can't hold on. It's 3rd down. Zena to throw. Looks left side, has his man. Nice catch, nice throw. That's Joey Cleveland, the other 4-star receiver from Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, the freshman with the big catch. First and 10, lob, but incomplete. short, but read perfectly by the defense. Loss of 3. Third and 13. They go swing it out for Allen, who runs forward, and he will get a first down. What a block downfield. I didn't think he was going to get it. But he does, and keeps the drive alive, which is what you need if you're Clemson. You cannot take field goals here. And that one's read perfectly. Desmond Stevens again in the backfield. Zena to run, and he just hesitates and gets sacked from behind. Got to step through there. You just got to commit. He does not. And he needs a sack for his efforts. Now it's a 3rd and 13. Only a 3-man rush. Vizina floats this one, and it's knocked away with ease. Castro has had a fantastic game on the sideline as there's a holding call on the All-SEC right tackle freshman John Ogbu, the 5-star from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's 3rd and 23. They'll accept the penalty. They just want to back Clemson up, I guess, as far as they can. I mean, they'll probably go for it on 4th down. Zena, here comes pressure finally. I mean, wide open on the right side. Gets caught. First down for the Tigers. Maybe he should have declined it. And now they have a goal to go out of nowhere. We haven't seen this at all today for the Tigers. But can they punch it in? Swing pass. Open. Touchdown. Tigers. Bazina's 40th of the season. And they find the end zone. But it's going to have to be a 2-point try to cut it to 1 score. They have numbers on the right side. They don't take it. Here goes a blitz, and Vizina doesn't get rid of it. It's a sack. 6th sack of the day for the Trojans. And it's still a 2-score game, but it's now 16-6. No shutout in the national championship. Swing pass on 2nd and 13. First down. They've gone to that so much today. Second and 8. Williams buys time, gets to sit out wide for a gain of 6. 3rd and 2. First down, a lot more for Williams. Should have slid. He's got 9 carries, 52 yards as well for Damon Williams. Looking unstoppable, solidifying himself as a potential #1 overall pick. Now a big 3rd down. Tigers need to get off the field here. 5 minutes coming up on the clock. Williams to throw. It's a delayed blitz. So there's a man wide open. It's Walter Matthews, the tight end. He's been a great security blanket all day long, and Hampton is actually hurt. That's not what you want to see if you're a Tiger fan. Your #1 secondary player has to come off the field. Does stop the clock, though. And off, gain of 2. As we're officially inside 5 minutes. Open man, caught, first down. It's not going to count though. flag. This one's coming back. Second and 18. Fake the toss. Williams the throw. Man open. What a play by the Trojans. Fake the toss. Roll to the right. Fire left. Williams 266 and a touchdown today, including 52 on the ground as well. 3rd and 1. QB sneak. They don't get it, and they will kick the field goal here. I would probably go for this, but okay. Trojans rather take the points. The kick from Boyeda's up, and the freshman's got it. 19-6, still a 2-score game though, so in the grand scheme of things it doesn't really affect it that much, except now it's a 13-point lead and there's 3:37 on the clock. Alright, can Clemson muster up some more magic and can now get something going now that they know they can find the end zone today? And that one's incomplete. Huge hit. Oh, it was a safety, Marcus Gallegos coming down. Gallegos for the hit. Second and 6, man open, nice throw. Nice catch by Cleland, who's actually a little shaken up on the play. Also, this does stop the clock, so maybe Clemson's milking a little bit of that. Not that I'm going to throw them completely under the bus for faking injuries, but, you know, I don't really care for the Tigers. So, and that one's caught somehow. Folkert's with it. Their best receiver. This one, my Canes aren't in this one. Yeah, I feel you. I'm a Gamecock fan, so I get what where your pain comes from. They were in it year 1, by the way, but they did lose that game to Penn State. But what's up, Toby? How you doing? I'm glad you could stop by. Second 10, Vizina looks to scramble and he gets put down again. Trojans have lived in the backfield today. Sorry if you hear my dog snoring below me. He is dead, knocked out of sleep. 3rd and 11, nice first down there. Nice strong hands by Daryl Kendricks. One of those trio of freshman receivers. Next play for Clemson, caught. Nice first down. Hollywood Smothers out of the backfield, and it's a red zone trip for Clemson. Offense is finally starting to come alive. Maybe it's this no huddle they're going with. But is it a little too late? And you get a playoff for the 2-minute warning. They do. And Vizina is going to be... just get rid of it. And they will get another stop of the clock before the warning. Who's your pick for this year's Natty? I'm going with the OSU. I think I'm tempted to go with the Buckeyes, but I'm going to pick the Hoosiers, man. Maybe because I'm leading with my heart too much, but I'd love to see Indiana just pull it off. But I don't know. My brain thinks if they rematch, the Buckeyes will win. They're down here for the Tigers. Throw dropped, just flat out dropped. And now you have a big 4th down. Yeah, you kind of have to go for it here. Field goal doesn't do nothing for you, but it's 4th and 13. Does Vizina have the time to throw? He does. Got to make something happen. Back corner of the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Treston Castro. The Tigers have tested him all day, and he's won every single battle. 4th interception of the season. That might have just iced this game. First down ends it and gives the Trojans their first natty in 23 years. They're throwing on the first down, though, which is very on par with what this team has been like this year. I mean, you have a quarterback who's thrown for over 5,500 yards this season. But now I would definitely run it. You got the 6. You're ahead of the chains. And they will. And they will get outside. They won't get anything. Maybe one. Clemson's down to their final timeout. They got one more in the pocket, so first down ends it. Wow, Trojan Natty, pretty cool. I know. I'm surprised we haven't seen one of these in it's as long as it's been. And on third down, they get the conversion. That will do it. Clemson will use their last timeout, but it should not matter. Damon Williams underneath center. He will take the snap. He will knee it down. And for the first time since 2004, the USC Trojans are your college football playoff national champions. Lincoln Riley gets to hoist the trophy after all. It's been quite the journey. Yeah, it's Damon Williams. He transferred in the offseason from Washington. Had a heck of a season for the Trojans. Yeah, it wasn't Caleb Williams who was able to bring it to the Trojans. It's Damon Williams from Washington. A stellar season. Over 5,500 yards passing. Over 55 touchdowns leads the way for the Trojans. Essentially solidifying himself as the #1 pick in this draft. And USC gets to celebrate. He's also player of the game. 277 yards. 71.5% completion and a touchdown. What a way. If he wants to declare, he is a junior. I would imagine that he would go pro. You have nothing left to prove. Clemson, I mean, couldn't have happened to a better guy. I can't, you know, as my USC bias has to say, but they did come close. They do have a super young team, though, so I expect Clemson to be back at this point in the next couple of seasons, barring nobody transfers from this team. But they will need a new quarterback. Here's a look at the box score. 19-6 is your score. Vizina did not look overly that impressive. He got going late, but it was just too little too late. Sweet, hey, I was late but enjoyed it. Merry Christmas to you and your family, bro. God bless. Thank you, Toby. You as well. I did start this earlier in the day, so I'm glad you could stop by, though. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a very good holiday. Rushing, there was nothing really on the ground for Clemson today as well. Receiving-wise, they were led by Folkerts, their best receiver this year, but like I said, freshmen. They have 3 star freshman receivers. This team will be back. They were not very good blocking today. Michael Allen had a bad job in the backfield. They gave up a lot of sacks. They only had one of their own from Marcus Jackson. No turnovers. While for the Trojans, it was Damon Williams, like we said. Hold up, it's glitching out a little bit. I'm going to go passing. There we go. 30 for 42. We saw his stats. On the ground, Wilbon led the way. Not the most efficient, but Williams did a better job as well. Receiving, 7 catches, 50 yards for the tight end, Walter Matthews. The score did go to Vandrevius Jacobs, the former Gamecock. Good job blocking. No sacks allowed, and Solotoa Moyani had 12 pancakes before he got hurt. Defensively, good tackles across the board. 2 sacks for Abasiri and Kafusi apiece. And then there was the interception, of course, by Castro. Great day from him. And with that, we will go back to the hub. Alright, let's get through all of these little thingies. We'll switch to our coach here. And then I'll cancel the Clemson coach in just a minute. But we'll wrap up on the Delaware screen because that'll do it with the national championship ending for year number 3 in the Delaware Fightin Blue Hens Dynasty. Coming off our best season, 12-2. Can we build upon this going into the offseason and set ourselves up to potentially grab a college football playoff spot next year? We'll have to wait and see, but that'll do it for this one. Next week will be a little bit different on the scheduling front because of Christmas time. I usually do a little Christmas video around that time of the year, and I might have a channel update as well early on next week. But I do want to premiere the off-season next Friday, so I'm thinking we'll have a recap for year 3, and then we'll also do a premiere. So there will be 2 Delaware episodes next week, so that will be on pace because I do want to get into year 4 and continue to build with this team going forward. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the live stream. Thank you all for coming out. We have 5 watching right now, which is always a blessing for me. So thank you guys so much for always tuning in to the channel. If you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, especially if you don't want to miss out on more content, including that live stream or that premiere next Friday where we will go through the off season. But that's going to do it for me in this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Rob. Have a great holiday, and I'll see you in the next one.